ICD-10-CM JJ10B Guidelines, page 49, part 13.
Okay. 7. Punctuation continued.
We're talking about punctuation. In this case, we're talking about parentheses, right?
Right.
What are parentheses?
Parentheses are used in both the alphabetic index and tabular lists to enclose supplementary words that may be present or absent in the statement of a disease or procedure without affecting the code number to which it is assigned.
This is important to note. They may be present or they may not be present, and the code is the same. That's what they're saying. If you find something in parentheses, means if this word is added to the description, that's fine. If it's not there, it's also fine. It's still the same code. That's what it means, right? And the terms within the parentheses are referred to as
non-essential modifiers.
It means they modify a little the meaning, but they're not essential. They don't change the code. That's what it means, right? And this is just another way of putting it, where it says punctuation. Can you read it?
Okay.
Parentheses.
Parentheses are used in both index and tabular to enclose supplementary words that may be present or absent.
May be present or absent.
Present or absent in the statement of a disease or procedure
without
affecting the code number to which it is assigned.
It is assigned. The terms within the parentheses are referred to as
non-essential modifiers.
Non-essential modifiers. They modify the name a little bit, but in a non-essential way that the code remains the same. Okay? All right. And there is, if you make it a little bigger, for instance, there's pneumonia and in parentheses acute. So if you have pneumonia, the code is 486, right? At the end, right? Right here.
Right.
If you have acute pneumonia, the code is still the same, 486, because the acute is a non-essential modifier. It means that if you include it there, it's going to change a little bit the definition of the diagnosis, but in a non-essential way, which means that the code is still the same. All right? All right, so that is our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. So ready, set, go. Okay, the code of the problem is ICD-10-JJ10A, page 376, exercise 6, and this is a level 2 exercise, and the title is
Cesarean neonatal hypoglycemia.
Right, cesarean, neonatal hypoglycemia, right? And the text of the problem is like this.
Near-term birth, living male, delivered by cesarean section with neonatal hypoglycemia.
Near-term birth, which means that close to the 9 months, but not exactly. A living male, a boy, delivered by cesarean section, not by vaginal delivery, but by cesarean section, with neonatal hypoglycemia, which means that the baby comes out with hypoglycemia, right? So it has low glucose in the blood, right?
Yes.
So that is our diagnosis, and now we're going to count to 3, so you can pause the video and give us the ICD-10 code for this diagnosis. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 2 codes. The first code is Z38.01. That's for the birth. And the second code is P70.4, is because the baby comes with hypoglycemia. So there are 2 codes, right? If you got those 2 codes right, then congratulations, just go to the next video. If you didn't get any of these 2 codes or both of them, let's give you a few tips. All right, the first tip.
Tip number 1 is level 2 difficulty. You need 2 codes.
We consider this a level 2, which means a little harder because you need 2 codes. There's not only 1 code, but 2 codes to describe the diagnosis. Okay, 2.
2. For the first code, note that it is a cesarean operation.
It's a cesarean operation, which means it's not a regular birth. The regular one is vaginal delivery, right? But this is a cesarean. They had to cut the mother to take out the baby. Yeah, that's a cesarean operation, right?
Right.
Now, for the second code.
For the second code, start with hypoglycemia.
Because the baby comes out with hypoglycemia. So you start with the condition hypoglycemia. And then the fourth tip is?
Fourth tip is transitory disorders are conditions that only last for a short period of time.
Right.
Hypoglycemia is in a newborn falls into this category.
Right. Now, transitory means, transit means that it's present just for a short period of time and then it goes away. That's transit, right? Transitory disorders. Why do we specify this? Because when you go to the tabular, you're going to find this word, transitory diseases, and you're going to wonder, what is this? And that's what it means. It means that the disease that the baby has is going to be in the baby just for a short period of time. Once it's treated, it just goes away. That's what hypoglycemia in a newborn is, okay? So with these tips, you should be able to get the path now to the two codes, right? You know that the answer is C38.01 and P70.4, but now we're going to count to 3 so you can pause the video and give us the path to both answers, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the summary of the whole problem. This is a near-term birth. Is a living male, and he was delivered by cesarean section, and he comes with neonatal hypoglycemia. There are two codes. The code 1 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to newborn.
Go to newborn.
Then you go to born in hospital.
Born in hospital or born in any birth facility. Right. Okay, it has to be born in a facility where professionals are present. That's the code for this, okay? And there's one more detail is by
cesarean.
By cesarean operation, right? Because it says cesarean in the text. So the code is
C38.01.
And then we check this in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is checked like this.
First you go to tabular.
Tabular.
Then you go to Z38.
Z38, which means live-born infants according to place of birth and type of delivery, right?
Right.
And so the 0 is for the place of birth, right?
Yes. Single live-born infant, hospital or other.
The Z38.0, right? Now the second digit after the decimal point is by the way it was delivered, right? In this case, it was delivered by?
It was delivered by cesarean.
Cesarean operation, that's why we have the 01, right? Z38.01. That's there's an equal sign at the end, which means that this is our code, right?
Right.
That's the first one, which means that the baby was born by the cesarean operation. But the problem is that the baby comes with a condition. We have to code that. So the code 2 represents that. So the code 2 through the index is found like this.
First you go to index.
Go to the index.
Then you go to hypoglycemia.
Go to the condition in the alphabet, which is hypoglycemia. And then?
Neonatal.
Neonatal, which means newborn, right?
Right.
And the code is?
P70.4.
P70.4. That's the code you get from the index. Now we're going to check this code in the tabular. So the code 2 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Tabular.
Then you go to P70.
P70. What's P70?
Transitory disorders, newborn.
Which means disorders that are only present in a short period of time. We explained that in the tips, that hypoglycemia in a newborn is present just in a short period of time. Once the baby is treated, the hypoglycemia disappears, right? So the category is correct. Now we add one more digit, which is
number 4 is neonatal hypoglycemia.
Yeah, P70.4 is neonatal hypoglycemia, which is exactly what we have in the text. So that's why there's an equal sign at the end, which means this is our code, right? So the answer is Z38.01 and P70.4. Okay? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit our website, and also
you can subscribe to us on YouTube by clicking here for our new medical coding videos.
All right, just click on the subscribe button, and what do you get?
You will get up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10s, CPTs, all that is needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
Okay, so thanks for watching, and don't forget to visit our website and subscribe. Thank you.
Goodbye.